Hey everyone, Dave here with Beast Made Reviews, of course a channel dedicated to reviewing quality at different price points, and today I have another video kind of in my unboxing series. Maybe you want to call it a haul, whatever you call it, I still don't know what it is. But this is strange, cool, new stuff that I've gotten, and this time we're talking about EDC. I'm going to have EDC Part 1 and I'm going to have EDC Part 2 coming soon. Summer here is pretty busy, so it's a little bit harder for me to make full-form videos. This is just an easy way to get some things out that I think you guys might like. And so far, you guys have really liked this kind of unboxing style video series, so I'm really thankful for that. If you like this type of video, let me know down in the comments. I'm still figuring this out, but I'm planning to make this an ongoing series, so hopefully you guys really like it. If there's any feedback, criticism, let me know down in the comments. Now, of course, this is not an in-depth review of any of these things. This is going to be kind of quick, down and dirty, and kind of minimally edited. I'll edit it a little bit. I'm going to take this pizza away. I'll show you that in a minute. And if you like any of this stuff, I'll have links down below to these, and most of these will be affiliate links. If you like any of these things, definitely check out the links down below. I think you really like these. Anytime you buy through that, they will help support the channel, and I always really appreciate it when you do that. Thank you so much. All right, so first things first, I'll talk about this. I'll move some of this over here. We'll get to that in just a minute. But I know the pen people out there will be really interested in seeing what this is. Maybe some of you might not know what this is. This is a newer brand for me anyway. This is from a brand called Topdrawer. And they're a retailer. They have a few kind of brick and mortar stores, and they have some of their own products that they make. One of the things is this Colo pen. Here's the box right here. Very, very cool. Obviously very small if you just look at it. Very small in the hand. Really cool design. First of all, what I love about this, flats. Really great. Doesn't want to roll. It's got 3 flats, so it always just finds the flat right there, and it just stays put for the most part. Really love the box as well. Presentation isn't everything, but I do think it's something. And when a company gets a presentation right, I think it just is just an added little bonus there. So a little paper there just says what it is, and a little case. Looks like it's made of canvas. Pretty cool. Just slides right in there, just a little sleeve, I should say. Not really a case, but a sleeve. But just great that they just add that in there. And here's the pen. It's obviously a fountain pen. That's what I go for. You can cap the pen, post it, I mean. You can post the pen. Really great in the hand. It's a full-size pen whenever you post it. The nib on this is a Schmidt, I think it's a number 5 size nib. Obviously not super big, but very nice. I do like the Schmidt nibs a lot. Plastic feed, and I think this is brass on the outside. It looks like brass. Got a brass post. I'm assuming that's brass and not just like a brass looking thing there. It takes refills, standard international cartridges. It doesn't come with a converter. I don't think it can take a converter. I think it only takes international mini cartridges, which that's fine. For this style of pen, that's actually kind of what I'm looking for anyway. I kind of just like the kind of ease of use with this style of pen. Just grab and go. If you need to replace the ink, you just throw in the new cartridge and you're good to go. Of course, you got to get it just right. You can't have any flats being misaligned. Really cool pen. So far, really like that. This color, I think is Merlot, I think is the color of this. A dark burgundy color, kind of like a wine color. A Merlot is a good description there. Really cool pen. So, you'll see more of this coming soon. So I have some content planned, some full form content planned for this that I think you'll really like. And I have some more pens that you'll see that I haven't shown yet, but I got to keep some surprises. All right, now let's go to this real quick because this is going to be just real fast. Now this obviously is the Apple AirPod Pros. And I debated whether I should show this or not, just because with Apple, it's almost not even worth showing on my channel, just because they're so popular. I usually try to show things that are a little bit under the radar, something that people haven't seen before, but I decided to show it anyway, just because they're so good. I've tried a lot of earphones, in-ear, over-the-ear, IEM. I've tried a lot of different ones, and they're all good for different reasons, but for some reason, Apple just gets it right on a lot of the things that I'm looking for with wireless earbuds like this. Now, I don't think they're the best sounding earbuds that I've tried in the world, but they're pretty close just right out of the box. Without having to adjust any EQ, I think they're actually pretty good. But besides that, I think that the ease of use with Apple in this is just so much better than any other wireless earbud out there. The charging case always works. They charge really fast. So that actually ends up working really well. It lasts pretty long, and then whenever you want to charge it, it charges super fast. Now, these obviously have the little ear tips there. This is the biggest one that I have, and it fits fine. I have kind of bigger ears. But you can get other ones too. They sell some kind of aftermarket ones that have foam. You can find those on Amazon. I almost got some of those, but these work good enough. And the other thing that I love about the Apples in particular is that these have great sound isolation, just inherent in the design, but then they have great sound cancellation as well. I wear these whenever I mow the lawn, and it cuts out so much of the noise, like 90% of the noise. And then even better than that, if you can imagine, are some of the other features here, like the adaptive audio. And I have the adaptive audio, or adaptive noise cancellation, whatever you want to call it. I have that on almost all the time because that one works kind of best of both worlds. It allows a little bit of sound to pass through, and then if there's something loud or monotonous, it'll cancel out that frequency of that only. So that ends up working really great because it's kind of the best of both worlds. Sometimes in the noise cancellation, it actually kind of fatigues my ear a little bit. Maybe it's just something to do with the waveforms of the noise cancellation. I'm not really sure. So I don't always have it on noise cancellation. I usually have it on adaptive, and that works fantastic. Transparency also works really great. It allows the noise to pass through, and it protects your ear from really loud noises. So I haven't tried it with like really fast noises, like maybe a gunshot or something. I haven't tried that to see how that works. But overall, just really impressed by everything that's in here. Almost no complaints. The only complaint that I would say that I have with this is that, of course, it's kind of a walled garden, so you can only play it with Apple stuff. And I think, like Apple does, it's a little bit more expensive than it should be for what they offer. But that said, everything that they offer here is pretty much top of its class, or at least in that kind of neighborhood there with other peers that are top of its class. Because of the ease of use, because of how great everything is, I just found that these are just some of the best earbuds around. I guess that was a long-term review. All right, now let's go to this real quick. Now this is a newer company for me. This one is Arc USA Company, and they reached out to me, or Arc Company, I should say, and they reached out to me and asked me if I could review these, and so I'd like to put them in a future video. And they make little EDC slips and wallets and cases and that kind of thing. Really cool company, really cool sticker. Look at that sticker. That is a neat sticker right there. Of course, this is not a detailed review. I forgot the names of some of these. One of these is a wallet. One of these is a slip. I think this one is the slip, if I'm not mistaken. And I think this is the card wallet. And this one is, I'll show you that in a second. So one of these is a wallet. And one of these is like an EDC pocket slip where you can put like a flashlight and maybe a little small pen or maybe a knife in there. That's why I think this one is the slip. It kind of looks like that. Of course, you could put your cards in there if you wanted to in cash, but perfect for a flashlight and knife pairing in there. Very slim design. Really cool. They're made really well as well. It looks like it's kind of a nylon canvas, if I'm not mistaken, but that's going to hold up really well over time. Not sure the price on these, so I couldn't tell you what that is. But so far, just from my personal experience, limited personal experience, these are really cool. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the card wallet. Of course, like I said, I could be wrong here, but I think this would be best for a card wallet anyway. You could put cash and cards in there. I guess you could put other EDC things in there as well if you wanted to. It looks like it's got all the little pockets and doodads and stuff. Of course, it has snaps on the outside, so it fastens everything together. Really small package there. He sent me a note. Maybe I should have read that, huh? Here's some of our cases that I think will work well for your gear. See, the Tracker notebook case, which we'll get to that. The Boulder wallet in green. Okay, so that's the wallet. I was right. And then the Rambler slip case in camo. And the camo on this is nice. It's not super loud, which may be a con to some people. I kind of like the more subtle camo anyway. I'm not going to be hiding in a forest. All right, so here is the Tracker notebook case, or the journal. This is very cool. I like this a lot. Very thin, again, for a journal, I think that's really great. Very slim case. You can find journal cases this size pretty frequently, but usually what you find is maybe leather or a leather-like case or some type of material like that. You don't often find cases that are like this, but it's got plenty of space on the outside for a lot of different pens. Put a lot of different things on the outside. Got snaps on the outside, more spots for pens right there. Really cool. And then on the inside, places for cards, and then of course a notebook. Now this looks to be kind of a field note style notebook, just a kind of inexpensive stapled paper notebook. I don't think that these would be great for fountain pen ink. I don't think it's trying to be that, but it's a very small back pocket style notebook with just a lot of extra features in here. Easy to slip in and out, really cool. So that's pretty cool. I mean, you could, I guess, if you wanted to, stick it in the other side. You could have two here. Fits good enough to where it would do that. If you had an old one and a new one, you could do that. Or two new ones if you write a lot. Very cool. Another thing I really like about this, because this is small, you could still fit this in your back pocket. I think a lot of jeans pockets would fit this, if I'm not mistaken. Haven't tested it, but I think a lot of back pockets would. And probably a lot of front pockets as well. And though this would be maybe more bulk than I would want in my front pocket, I still think you could do it if you wanted to put it there. Really great. Really great stuff from Art Company. Really appreciate them sending that out. All right, let me show you this. Now, I was debating whether I should show this to you now or wait to a different video, because I have a different video about shoes, and I almost put that in there, but I figured this is kind of EDC-ish. I mean, you have to have a belt on you, right? It's an everyday carry type of item. People hate my EDC videos for whatever reason. A lot of haters just come to just trash on my videos. A lot of times, they just have issue with things that maybe I call EDC in more of a broader context other than just knives. I think EDC covers a lot more than just that. Anyway, this is from Chisos, and if you can look there, you'll see a little pattern there you might recognize if you're into cowboy boots. Now, Chisos has some of the best production-made cowboy boots I've ever seen. They're located in Austin, Texas. Small team. They make everything in Mexico, but their quality is almost unrivaled, especially at that price. And Chisos, of course, they sell other accessories as well with some of the same leathers that they make. Now, they have some great ostrich boots, and I'll show those to you at a different day. But this is just going together with those ostrich boots, and this is their ostrich belt. And man, this is nice. Now, ostrich, I think, is a personal kind of taste thing. Some people don't like it, and some people do. I know a lot of boot guys really like ostrich. It's one of those exotic materials. It's a little bit more popular now and a little bit easier to find now. But it's one of those leathers that is very unique with all the quill marks from the feathers of an ostrich. And it actually is a great leather in general. So really neat. I'm not sure if this part right here is smooth ostrich. I think it is. It looks like smooth ostrich on the outside there. And then this is full quill. And then on the underside, I'm not really sure, but I'm assuming that that's kind of the underside of the leather there. Got a little ostrich there on the sides. Great belt by Chisos. All right, next we're going to go with some of these weird things. I'm sure you saw it earlier in the video and probably in the thumbnail as well, but these are little glasses wipes by the company Jinkies. Now, Jinkies is a newer company for me. I just really like this company a lot. They had a sale recently, and I found a lot of these on sale for like $1, $2, maybe even $3 each. So I got all these for like less than $20 or something like that. I just really wanted to try these out. They look so cool. What's cool about Jinkies is that they make these really weird looking glasses wipes with different patterns and different designs on them. Obviously, this is a slice of pizza, and so you can wipe your glasses with it. But what I think is even better than just that is that the backside is just like that material is. So it's like obviously like the crust. So here's $100 bill right here. And this is about the same size as an actual $100 bill. No one's going to mistake that for $100, but about the same size as the bill, maybe a little bit smaller. And then on the back, looks just like similar to the actual bill. Really cool. They have other ones too. This one obviously is a baseball. Pretty similar on the back there. Official Major League microfiber. I doubt that, but it's still kind of cool. Autograph on the top there. Really neat. I got this, a beer bottle. Same on the other side, pretty much. Here's a cool one. Calculator. It looks like they're playing Doom on there. Is that Doom? Looks like Doom. I remember these from high school. Jeez, how old am I? You may have seen the state right there. They're based in Tennessee. I'm not sure exactly what city they're in. Oh, this is neat. I like this. VHS. Remember X-Files? Goodness. The back of the VHS. Here's another one. Coffee cup. New York City style. Really neat. Chocolate chip cookie. Now that looks good. Look at that. And the underside. Ooh, that is nice. I want one of those now. A big eraser. This is kind of stupid. Massive eraser. Very much larger than an actual eraser. And then a bagel. Everything bagel with some cream cheese on top. Everything bagel on the bottom. Having a glasses wipe is always great, and I'm always finding that my sunglasses are just maybe a little bit too dusty or full with crud, so I always have to just wipe them down. I'm always using my shirt, which is not really great for the glasses, and it doesn't clean it as well as just a microfiber cloth. But it's always fun to have just a slice of pizza, and you can just wipe your glasses with a slice of pizza. How fun is that? Really neat. Now, they also have these right here, and these are Magic Drops. Now, Magic Drops is a little cleaning solution that they have that you put it on your actual lens. You put like a drop on each lens, and then you wipe it in there, and it cleans it really well. It doesn't leave any residue or anything. These are just really great to have. So yeah, Jinkies, really cool. All right, here's another one that I want to show that I got with another pair of shoes, and this is by Crown Northampton. And Crown Northampton is a shoe brand out of the United Kingdom, out of England, and they make exquisite shoes. Now, they actually sent me some shoes for review. I'll actually show the shoes in a future unboxing video. I'm going to feature them in a full-length video in the future. But for now, this is their sunglasses case, which is amazing. I mean, just even this. But Crown Northampton, they make handmade shoes that look incredible, made with the best materials. All the attention to detail is there. And even something like this, I wasn't expecting this at all, but even something like this looks incredible. And it really does the job. What I love about this style of glasses case in particular is that this will last forever. Now, I have other cases out there that are not made with great leather, and they kind of peel and tear apart. And I have other cases still that are made of a hard shell. They have some kind of weird material in there that peels as well. This is leather. This is not going anywhere. This is going to last you the rest of your life. It's going to get a little bit darker with your oils in your skin. It's going to get lighter with creases and scratches and stuff like that. It's going to look cooler 20 years from now, unlike other cases out there that are going to look worse 2 years from now. So that's what I love about this. But everything, you can just look at this. It's perfect. Like everything about this is absolute perfection. I mean, there's like no flaws in this at all. Everything is burnished on the outside. I don't know what kind of leather they use for this. I didn't see. I'm sure that they use this type of leather on their shoes as well. Man. Simple design. You know how it works. Very intuitive. And it really does the job. So yeah, Crown Northampton. Wow. Boy, am I impressed by just this. All right. And the last thing here is this. Now, this, as you can see, is a watch. Now, I am not a watch person for the most part. I'm not a big watch person. I think for me anyway, I don't really want to go down the rabbit hole of collecting watches. That can be very expensive. But I think that there are really good watches out there that I do want to feature on the channel. And this is one of them. Now, this is an athletic watch, as you can see, Suunto Run. It's a watch meant for running. I've already opened this, so I'll just kind of go through this real quick here. Suunto is actually a Chinese brand, but it's one of those brands out there that is actually a really good brand. It just happens to be in China. And I haven't plugged this in yet, so I don't really know if it will even work. Will it turn on? Adventure starts here, 5S. Does that mean 5 seconds? Oh, something happened. It buzzed. There we go. Gotta go English. Let's see, should I put Denmark? No. There it is. Okay, so I'm not gonna do this now, but the watch is a running watch. It comes with different straps that you can use. This one is black. And I love running. I love rucking. So this was right up my alley of things that I really want in a watch. I know some people out there are big fans of the Apple Watch. I just hate the Apple Watch. I am not a fan of it, and I actually don't recommend it either for a number of reasons. But the main reason why I don't like the Apple Watch is that it's okay at being a watch with many downsides. It doesn't really know what it wants to be. And what it really does is distract you constantly. It just throws distractions, reminders, everything at you constantly. And I used to have one, and after a while, I just got sick of it. Now, I realize that I can turn off the notifications and that kind of thing off, but then what do I have? Then I just have a watch that I have to recharge every day. And the only thing that it did well that I really liked was that it kept up with any kind of exercise. So it kept up with exercise, heart rate, calories burned, that kind of thing. I like that a lot. But exercise watches have come a long way, and this is one of those that does it pretty well from what I understand. Now, I haven't hooked it up yet. Obviously, you can see I haven't done a lot with it yet. So this is just my first impression of it, but it is a great size for me anyway. I kind of have a thin wrist, kind of on the medium side. Like the band a lot. That'd be really good. I don't know how it will do for running and keeping up and syncing to my phone, syncing to Apple and all that kind of thing for running and stuff. We will see. But so far, I think that I have high hopes for this, at least. Now, this is another one of those smartwatches where you have to recharge it. Sucks. Don't like that at all. But because I'm not going to wear it all the time, I'm just going to wear it when I'm exercising, I'm okay with this. So I think a little bit differently about this than I do about Apple. All that to say, stay tuned for this. I'm going to talk more about this in the future, so stay tuned for that. But that is all I have for today. Let me know what you think of the video. And of course, if you like anything, definitely check out the links down below. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with Beast Made Reviews. I'll see you next time. Bye.